crashes.
If it is, it's not our fault. It's the fault of the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Well, it can't take responsibility if I die with you. For no reason.
You just gotta beat it up.
The PS4 Pro?
Yeah.
Incorrect. That's how you get beaten up.
Good touch. Oh, there's one. I guess it makes sense it would have hurt the other guy. For those watching this, it was before the recording started and we got some flickering screen a little bit. It's really weird. It didn't happen when the computer turned off, but it happened when Windows booted up, and it happened when I opened the capture card software. So. I'm slightly bothered you can't see like walls at all. I guess you can kind of see the
How it works, I guess. It's good thing they can't see the walls.
I was actually thinking, they don't really walk through walls, do they?
No.
I wonder if it's a case where,
I think the button prompts had to be different.
yeah, the prompts in this game are based on, like, the camera seeing what you're looking at. So if Ronan's in the way of where you're looking at, the camera can't see it, so the prompt will show up. Smart too. Maybe he just wants you dead.
Probably getting annoyed that I'm using them as bait.
Yeah, they can recognize your face, they can tell. It's pretty
Nice.
cool actually. I don't get to see spooky drawings like that very often.
Why it's
It's
in
kind of like a
here?
single eye.
This looks like a storage room.
Yeah.
Because it was at one point a patient room.
I mean, what is a patient room other than a storage room if you think about it? A storage room for patients.
Those parts aren't me. Where am I? Do you work here? Show some mercy.
I wish I could help, I'm sorry.
So odd.
Tastes like chicken.
What?
Tastes like chicken.
You what?
I don't know. Ghosts can't even eat, can they? Like,
I guess ghosts can eat ghost stuff. It appears to be a little doll.
My bud's still here. I don't actually think there's anything here, to be honest. I guess
Doesn't
so.
look much.
I guess so. There's less chance for you to miss stuff while you're demon killing and whatnot. But
Yeah, I think they usually just have those guys as an obstacle.
oh, that's fine. I was because the ends of that pokes out the back, and I'm thinking, oh, is that a new room? But I'm not sure where it is. So, yeah. Probably best just not. how only some of these chairs are consecrated.
Yeah. Weird. Maybe a priest sat in one once, or a ghost.
It's a fog in here. Dust, maybe it's supposed to be.
Mist.
Think about it, this place is in terrible shape for like functioning and running mental hospital.
Yeah, unless they just like
They just have parts of the building they just never visit.
chained off this area, yeah. Even then, like, you still have to worry about like pest control, like flooding.
All sorts of like the wood rotting and whatnot.
Oh yeah, termites. So my brother was curious about if Five Nights at Freddy's would ever be on Switch. I don't think it's on Switch, but we do have Ace Animatronics, which looks suspiciously like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Interesting. Yeah. The guy should port it to Switch, I feel like. I mean, it'd be
Yeah.
really popular. They're not bad games from what I've seen.
It's one of those things where, like, with horror games especially, I can play one and be like, yeah, this is cheap as hell, but I know it's gonna work. Like, the whole core mechanic of the game is like, okay, you are in a spooky room and you can't close the doors. Look down away from those at this camera feed at the monsters. And it's like, of course that's scary. It has to be.
And
That's the kind of thing I have nightmares about regardless of, like, video games.
a lot of it too is like audience participation. Like, if you're not walking in hoping to be scared, are you really gonna be scared?
Yeah, like
I'm not
Critical's
sure.
old gameplay videos where he plays horror games.
Yeah. They're fun the first couple of times, but after that, like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know where to go.
Yeah, these areas where it's kind of freeform, but you only really know where to go. It's, I guess you have to kind of find it. It should be around, like, the edge of the map. I wouldn't think you'd have to go, like, down or up some stairs in the middle.
Well, I got to that operating theater, which is all fine and dandy. And then I went up some stairs there, and there was a hallway. The hallway is just full of junk I can't get through.
Can you teleport through a gap in the junk?
Oh, you know, I forgot I had that. Let me check and see.
I've played Zelda.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I got the teleportation like 5 minutes ago, so yeah.
Not used to being able to do it. Get around the ghost wall. Man, that
was a lot of work.
was a lot of work. People give Dark Souls 2 a lot of crap because you have to do all this stuff so you can climb over a pile of rubble. That wall doesn't really exist. It's just a ghost wall.
One more.
Hey, Ronan, did you forget about me?
Yes.
Yeah, I was hoping to leave without you. Dang. Calm
Leaving you
down.
here where you belong.
Limits. There you go. Run on in, hamster. One more straight jacket. Alright. Rules over there.
Been pretty thorough, but it's here. Ingrid Larson. There it is.
Sweet. Score.
Man in the box.
I've had a long career working as a state inspector for the Department of Mental Health.
That's not good.
During that time, I've been to a lot of institutions, and I have seen a lot of horrible things. But nothing even comes close to the evil events that I witnessed at Fairhaven Sanitarium. The place they now call
That's the kind
Lux
of name you would see
Eterna.
in Silent Hill. Like Fairhaven.
I first
Yeah.
arrived
The
in
nicer it sounds, the worse it is.
1926 to investigate claims of overcrowding and neglect. However, Fairhaven's reputation was tainted
That's the standard in 1926.
long before that.
Tainted.
In 1911, Fairhaven opened its doors for the first time. A notoriously violent criminal by the name of Jack Yates was the hospital's first patient. He was to be the shining example of the hospital's ability to cure the mentally deranged. However, when the superintendent's family was visiting one day,
However,
Yates broke
Shoot, I
free
was
from his
gonna. I thought he was
restraints,
gonna lobotomize him or
and
something.
he killed the man's wife. Since then, no one knows what happened to Yates or the superintendent.
this is like them trying to
That is, until now.
execute Ganondorf.
Superintendent
get stronger
Wallace
chains, just-
Halstead greeted me at the door. He seemed as empty and unkempt as the patients he lorded over. And as I conducted my evaluation, I couldn't help but notice how nervous he got when I passed by a small broom closet. And naturally, I felt it necessary to find out why.
He's just got a weird thing about small brooms.
When I opened the door, I was hit by the overpowering smell of human excrement.
Not good.
As the light flickered on overhead, I was horrified at what I saw.
This is like a decade after they
A
opened.
withering
right?
man lay
I
shackled
think so,
to
yeah.
the floor
Because he showed up in
in a
1926.
pile
for
of his
15
own
years.
filth.
Yeah.
Years of sunless existence had turned his skin, hair, and eyes milky white.
It was an alien.
He'd been chained there for so long that his skin had grown over the shackles. It took me a moment to realize that the husk of a man was Jack Yates.
We fixed
The
him.
police arrived and Dr. Halstead was carted off. Doctors moved Yates from the small room for the first time in 15 years. The floor beneath him was permanently stained with the shape of his silhouette.
Wonder if he's permanently stinky.
They tried to remove the shackles from under his skin.
I was gonna say you don't.
But the shock
you don't
of it
go
all
through
was
that
too
and
much
just
for him.
Come out feeling fresh,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
He died the next day. I watched as they walled up his tiny prison, trying to
Wonder if it's
pretend
still
that it never
present in
happened.
the, sanitarium today.
I honestly
if I can
hope
get to
he's
it.
in a better
No way.
place.
That'd be too cool.
Although the staff still claims to hear his agonizing wails coming from inside the walls.
Inside the walls. Not a bad story. I feel like it would make a good like Dark Souls boss. You walk in a room and there's just this guy who's like incandescent white, and it zooms in. You see his arms, and he's got shackles with the skin
Nobody
going over the
I
shackles.
mean, we're just talking
That's-
here, right?
It's pretty good
There's
stuff
more
right
to it
there.
than that. You think we're invisible, but people can see things.
Only if they're looking in your apartment window while we're...
That's not good.
Turn off the faucet all the way, people. Look at that.
Remember, kids, drink water.
Cough it all up.
Be safe. You're gonna be so
Sorry,
safe.
Joy, I had to listen to an
Everything's gonna
anecdote.
be fine. Don't you worry. Everything will be okay.
Oh,
I'm not
check
gonna
with your
let
seat.
anyone.
Yeah,
Damn.
so 216.
Oops.
I'm only over worried about shock treatment, but she's already a lost cause.
That's
Call us have to touch you.
Alright, fine. You go see what our comatose witness has to offer.
That's comatose, is it?
I don't think Ronan knows anything about the medical field. He's just so far off.
Everything is gonna be Don't worry.
Iris,
Everything will be fine.
don't worry. I'm here to help you.
Don't kill my sister.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay back!
Holy shit, she can see me. What the?
Oh no, she's gonna draw you. Now everyone will know.
I think I know that symbol. I've seen it before.
Where?
I don't know. Maybe in my mom's book. They definitely look familiar. This one means protection. I knew this was a
Wait, contract. She still knows.
Joey just immediately panicked.
I'm hoping
Sorry,
they're
kid.
fairly soundproof.
Maybe we didn't need you after all.
Hopefully so.
Oh man. Ah, cat.
It's a piranha. It's got a big ol' head.
This reminds me of something else. Not sure what though.
I was thinking the same thing. I don't know.
What the hell? She booted me out somehow.
Have you tried asking her, Ronan?
See if anything here can tell me what the hell is going on with this girl.
Objective complete. Find out what Iris knows. But now you have to investigate her room and find out what she knows. What is she trying to communicate?
Oh dang.
We have a hand made out of wheat covered in eyeballs. We've got some cornfields that are turning into mouth faces.
Demon things. And they mentioned there's a symbol of protection, the circle with the like car symbol in it.
The anarchy symbol.
No, this one's got loops.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Jeez.
And
Happy.
playful. There's one clue.
Iris was captured by her assailant.
Troubled, I'll say. I believe she's bringing up the snake in Bell.
I wonder if Bell Killer's trying to kill witches somehow, like into Salem's witch trials. So I think we noticed that all the victims have been female. They've all, or at least a good number of them, had like
Some kind of occult
spiritualist-
thing, yeah.
Occult, yeah, that's the word. Connections.
It's about the only reason to set it in Salem.
Yeah.
I hate to say. She's very, therapized. Call it Cthulhu, that's how Iris seems to be very agitated right now. Flipped bed. Analyze her poo.
Ugh. It's clean, thank you very much.
It's kind of gross.
Why won't this door open?
What are these things for? Like art therapy or something?
No. Blue eyes. Cold as death.
Blue eyes, white dragon.
Death? What does that mean?
Blue eyes. Wolf eyes. Blue stare.
You've been hunting the bell killer for forever now.
Who has blue eyes?
A chick who was attacked by the bell killer is talking about blue eyes, and your question is, who has blue eyes?
Samus.
Does she?
I think so. Yeah, she would. Just blonde, blue eye. 6'2", 215 pounds.
I opened up the door and poor Joy is still confused.
Great, the door's open. I sure hope I don't get caught. That looks like the telegram symbol.
Over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Okay, what's this last clue that I need?
Beyond two souls. Two girls. It's just girls. Excellent conclusion, Ronan.
The sister maids or not?
No, there's no way. She's a goner. That's why this girl's so good. Wouldn't that be a twist, though? They escape and everything's gonna be okay. And then she goes
It'd be fun to replay that one.
No, just run. Just run. Just run. Go. Leave her alone.
This is why you always carry your, like, 120 kilowatt laser pointer.
I was thinking like taser or something. That also
These are all close. Man, you got that done fast.
Oh, Rose. I'm so sorry.
Iris?
Rose saved Iris's life, but paid it with her own. Bell killer's going after young girls.
Well, what was it? What'd you see?
Poor kid. Her sister freed her when they were about to be scorched, but she couldn't return the favor.
punch me.
Leave us alone!
Oh, my ears.
Iris, are you okay?
Wonder if all the girls he's killed or is going to kill
Ah!
have that like psychic strike.
Rose,
She has flames.
she was possessed.
I told you to stay back!
Because Joy has it. And she was targeted.
Who are you?
I'm Joy.
Yeah, I think that
You
is
don't belong in this place.
Yeah, the drowned
Orderlies.
girl had it.
Rab, I'm so dead.
All right, Iris could be the answer to everything. Help her, help her. Come on, she's coming with us.
Alright, now we wanted to,
You're not taking her!
You want the orderlies to shock her? She stays here. You want her to be safe outside?
Really
She comes
mess
with
up
us.
our track
It's up
record
to
on
you.
mental illness. She was just presented like
Yeah. A ghost on fire. What's wrong with it?
hi. It's like a man on fire.
Mother. Leaving anyway. Danger's not great. I got this.
So, even if you don't have magic psychic powers, fact I like to throw around is any kind of confrontation, you know, just scream really loud. It's very disorienting. Even if you don't blow out their eardrums, just as soon as the fight starts, you look at them and scream as loud as humanly possible. It's demotivating. Suddenly it's like, do I actually want to fight this person who is screeching at me?
I don't think this is actually doing anything when I poltergeist it. He's just staring at it. Alright, let's go. There we go.
Over here. In those shadows there. Coast is clear.
Why do my worst nightmares keep getting way worse?
Okay, let's figure this out.
Thought I would never see
I know
this
Salem's
again.
really well lit up
Alright.
tonight.
So what do you know about this contract?
Nothing.
Oh, come on.
It doesn't make sense.
So he just asked you if you knew about a contract?
He didn't ask. He wanted us to admit to it.
Witches.
Admit to having a contract with demons.
Demon?
We did nothing
Wouldn't
to
it be cool if
him.
this was an SMT spinoff?
He had no reason to go after us the way he did.
The way he did. He drowns one girl and burns another. And where have I seen that stake before?
I like the idea that this killer who's killing witches is as stupid and inconsistent as the actual Salem witch trials.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't know, throw him in the river. Burn him. There's one guy who got squished.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like a guy?
Yeah, they accused him of being a witch, and he's like, yeah, sure, I'm a witch. And they put him on a press.
That's it.
And just stacked
Look,
heavy rocks
get
on top.
Irish to the church. Make sure that
And
she's
they were
safe.
like, so...
I'll catch up with you later.
Or no,
Go.
he didn't admit to being a witch, but they wanted him to confess. So they put rocks on top, and he said, more weight, and they just put more rocks on until he just got squished.
And what the hell does a museum gala have to do with Rose's murder?
Pretty baller.
It's a sucky way to go. Not gonna lie. Not on my top list.
I've never been in a really bad situation, but I feel like there comes a point where if things get really bad for me, my reptile brain is just going to activate and I'm just going to start biting people. Like, I'm accused of being a witch and stupid villagers are like, sorry, this is how it's gotta be. You did magic.
If you're outnumbered 20 or 30 to 1,
They're gonna kill me anyway.
that's true.
If I know I'm gonna be squished, I may as well bite some ignorant peasants in the meantime.
Right.
Or just posture and be like, magic! And scare them all away.
This is really weird. Just the way they have this organized, they have multiple, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Uh-huh.
oh, never mind. I was misinterpreting that for some reason. Alright, sorry, that was,
I guess they're in chronological order.
yeah.
You
Alright,
got one gas can.
I'm just missing gas can 13. Would you mind double checking where they said it's at?
It should be at the back of the burning building. I'll look up the specifics again.
I thought this one was the, near the wall you can move in the park.
Oh, yes, near the wall you can move in the park. That was number 13.
Although, double check it, because I could not find it for the life of me.
Gas can 13. Hey, look, murdered sole suspect. Not too many people are searching for gas can 13. Alright, we'll skip over that one that we already looked at. Some of these are numbered and some of these are question marks. Why? Walk through a brown wooden fence with a wood gate near the police station, then go right into an alcove where there is a cat on the ground that can be possessed. Possess the cat. Go out and take a right, then hop onto a stack of 2x4s and follow a series of jumps onto a dumpster. Then back to the ground and up a plank. Follow the next series of jumps/climbs to reach a balcony. So, you remember the cat.
So start that beginning again. Is it that cat that I'm thinking of?
I think there's only one cat out here. It says walk through a brown wooden fence with a wood gate. I think you went through there before.
Okay, yes. And then find a cat. Possess that.
Alright. Go right and go out and take a right and hop onto a stack of 2x4s and follow a series of jumps onto a dumpster.
Out here.
If you see 2x4s, I think that's right.
There's a lot of material out here.
Oh, it's got to be to the left, or maybe over here. Anywhere you can jump on these and it leads to a dumpster. Ooh.
Whoa!
Ooh, nice one.
I'm so sorry,
Bug
kitty.
testers didn't get that.
Okay, and then
I look really confused.
onto a dumpster.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's a series of jumps. So,
I've already been here before and collected one. I'm pretty sure. Keep talking.
Then back to the ground after you're on the dumpster and up a plank.
I actually don't see a dumpster. I mean, I guess that might be a dumpster.
It's on a balcony, it says. I like how it makes vine noises when you climb up the curtain.
Yeah. Did you say this was near the police station?
I think so.
Because I don't think I'm actually that near a police station.
It says near the police station, question mark. So I can't definitively tell you that this is near a police station. But there are 2x4s here.
Yeah, this is...
I bet it's over on top of there and down.
Let's see.
Yeah, go over here.
Whoa.
Good.
It's a mirror.
This cat has strange collision. He doesn't like it.
Ugh.
Okay. So should be a dumpster.
Wait, is that a...
I think that's just a ghost. It's not like a teleport point or anything.
Or like an entry?
No, I don't think so. Let's see anything here.
Let me go...
Yeah, you can check that out. It's possible there's 2 cats out here, but the fact that cat already has access to 2x4 planks, I'm thinking he's probably the one.
I didn't see anything though. Is there... Does the guide list another one in the area? Because there were 2, I'm pretty sure. Running in circles, I don't remember.
There's one that's right next to a cat that can be possessed. See number 13. That one's 14. So you already found that.
I think they've just misnumbered. So I definitely picked up 2 here.
Did you find one in front of Lux Eterna?
I don't remember.
I can check one of the question mark ones.
Find that place again now. I don't even remember where it's at. Give me a map, guys. Like, come on.
All of the guides for this game are awful as well.
Man.
Does this guy have Let's check the Ah.
I'm getting closer to the history museum. I don't know. I can actually see a shiny on the other side of this fence.
The dollar tattoo. Somebody worked really hard on women's tattoos.
Yeah. I'll just get lucky and find it in here. I haven't been in this area before. I don't think it's actually close to anything we've seen for 13. No. Dang.
I reckon not.
Yeah.
Comment. Why can't I tell? I don't know. Why can't you tell? What you told me?
So here's Lux Eterna. It's possible I picked up something back here. I don't.
That's probably, yeah.
After like 35 of them, I don't remember where exactly. I'll just keep playing. I'll move on to the psychiatric or the museum. It's the museum. Yeah, man. It sucks to not be able to find that one.
The
last
guides for
one.
this game were just such a mess.
Ugh. Just the fact that they've got question marks.
Like, I wonder if they're pseudo-random, but what's the point of even numbering them if that's the case?
Yeah, I can't imagine they're like pseudo-random. That would just be.
Like, what's the point?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, this was the one where it tells you the first 5 of them. Has a link to other collectibles.
Should really look up all this history stuff. When were those trials? 1800s?
So weird. Somebody was alive, and now they're not.
My current objective is still exit the attic.
Yeah, I think that's a well-known bug.
I haven't found any of whatever this is.
It's probably that, well...
Ooh, only 2 more to, like, find here. 2 more, like, to uncover, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe whatever you think you're looking... You haven't found any of is gonna be here. Some kind of...
Fitting for an
trial
investigation
fact or
about a
something.
serial killer. All these murders have whipped this town into a frenzy. Now it all leads here to a gala celebrating a time when Salem found itself swept up in another whirlwind of hysteria.
But if ghosts are real, then, I mean... Was it hysteria in this universe?
so sorry. Tomorrow tickets will go on sale to the general public. Tonight is a special members-only event.
You're just gonna stand here and look at her until she sells the
I couldn't
tickets.
get out. The fire was merciless.
Well, it's life.
I was just thinking, like, I know why they
Gather
wanted to
round
have
and
Rose
bear
be on
witness
fire,
to the
but-
righteous proceedings of
They're
a
not very
trial of
consistent about
a
it.
most
Yeah.
heinous
It's a shame, 'cause the game
nature.
would be spookier,
Now
more atmospheric
you,
if everyone
good
was,
woman
like, super
Putnam.
dressed up.
You stand accused of the murder of 7 of your own children, whom you claim were taken by forces of the devil.
Freak show better give me some answers.
I did not do it. My devil spawn of a child is my own accuser.
What kind of a person has 7 kids and then they all die?
Did you see all those police
Like,
lights?
what kind of a track record do you have here? Sure is evil around here.
Wonder where I'm not supposed to go.
My mama says evil is as evil does. Hello, JPEG Ghost Family.
I don't think I can teleport over these either, can I?
You might be able to walk through the wall there if it's not. Problem is you can't see very well. Can you hit R1 or whatever? No, well, great.
Here we go. What is that?
Looks like a rock.
Yeah.
Looks like the smooth brain equivalent of the peanut heads from Bloodborne. He's got like one eye.
I wonder if this is a real tree.
It looks real.
The time is upon us, Abigail Williams.
No.
You scourge of Salem. It is time to pay for your sin.
Her didn't look pretty. What a normal name.
Abigail Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Forget, I
wasn't really a
guess.
form of execution.
Right.
But someone still got killed by this.
Yep.
So, what's the point of this?
We were trying to get people to talk.
I wonder, can you leave and then listen
talk.
again?
How could they talk with those heavy
This is the guy you
stones on their
talk about.
chests?
Yeah.
Doesn't make
I think
sense
there's
to
only
me
one dude.
either.
Maybe rope.
Oh, come on.
I guess it was the stain making that sound.
Confess, witch. Confess. Your covenant. A demonic contract with the dark forces.
Like I said, baller. Oh, they even got his head there. He looks like the main character of Silent Hill Homecoming.
I don't remember what he looks like.
He looks like a normal dude.
All I can think is that
just
this
witchcraft
is
that
like
would get you in here.
it's couched as this looking for evidence,
kinds of
and I'm really
things.
just looking at the museum exhibit.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't evidence. This is stuff that they made, most likely.
Okay, what's behind there? Expose the elements and
It looks like it was
painless.
no, I don't think so.
It's not that, but I was.
I think it's burned at the stake, so burned to death and torture.
There's 3 of them.
Oh, and Rose was burned.
That's harsh.
Dracula, forgive them. They know not what they do. Is that a nodding donkey?
What is a nodding donkey? Well,
It's one of those oil drill things that goes up and down.
Oh.
It's a chair, I guess, for dunking people in water.
here we go.
I wonder how long they left people.
I get the impression they didn't have anything as complicated as that.
Water.
A lot of people probably didn't notice when they just talked about
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about public humiliation. It must have been like the pillory, but also nearly drowned.
See, it's not really humiliating. I mean, it's public, yeah, but...
Yeah.
I'd be much less concerned about the humiliation aspect of that. Talk about public humiliation. I sure would be embarrassed if I was dunked in freezing water, tied to a chair.
Until I drowned.
Until I drowned.
Yeah.
I remember a bright flash, and then nothing.
She got nuked.
You're uninteresting.
Yeah, I hate to be a negative Nancy, but...
Ooh, I've almost got all of her stuff.
Nice. There are so many notes.
Right.
From Juliet, and like... Like,
yeah, none of it's important. It's sad.
It would be better, like you said before,
I know it's not as
if we
bad
hadn't
as some
seen
of the things
her.
in here.
Oh, that's what I didn't realize these were called pillories.
Oh yeah. I assume
locked up in one of these things.
like
There were
stocks.
children accusing their own parents?
Yeah, I mean, if it's here, I guess it's true. I can't imagine what it would be like to have my own
Court
child turn on.
records.
Not just in a play.
Maybe make my voice deeper. Would a Puritan really say that?
Here's my job.
Women had a raw deal. This play is hilarious, but nobody gets it.
If anybody says historically women had a raw deal, they're not wrong.
Yeah.
Although most people kind of had a raw deal. Like I don't think that one guy who got squished by rocks was thinking, well, at least I'm a man.
Alright, I need one more clue.
Look at all these exhibits.
Hillary. Rockman over there.
Is there a second one at the gallows maybe? Maybe not. I just wonder.
Yeah.
'Cause it's big.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good treat. I wonder about it being real though, because I don't know if there are any doors big enough to fit it through.
Yeah.
And as cool as it would be if they planted it in here and let it grow, I have my doubts about the long-term strategy. There's no hiding places.
They're always there. I don't even think it's
The train
indicative
was
of
so
anything.
loaded down with ammunition, like we were a rolling bomb.
Everybody's had lots of time to think about their story so they can tell it to you.
I feel a
and
little
you can just run
bad.
past and be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't help them, why care?
Yeah. German witch trial. Woo.
Oh, I thought that was between 50,000 and 20,000. Yeah, 50 to 80,000 is a hell of a lot. You'd think at some point they'd be like, guys, I've never seen magic.
Yeah.
Like, this is a lot of witches that we've killed for the fact that I've never seen a spell.
Oh yeah. I'm with you there. That's a lot of people. Although I wonder if some of them were executed under, like, for other reasons and they just said, oh yeah, they were a witch. Or,
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Super easy.
Stuff in here.
Just like during Red Scare or something like, hey, he was a communist. I mean, I have no proof of this, but...
He was probably a communist. Dunking a gossip. Dang. Wonder why they didn't like gossiping.
Dunking a gossip sounds like a euphemism for something really gross. I'm gonna go out back and dunk a gossip. It'll be a while. Yeah, like you said before, probably just a convenient thing. Like, yeah, someone's always telling rumors about me that aren't true. That make people think that I am attracted to goats or something.
People really died here.
Just throw her in the river.
Dang, I hope this last one isn't like someone's thinking it or something.
I'm surprised you managed to find all these things that are not clues, you know?
Yeah.
Stay polite. I wish people could read the sign.
Is there anywhere you can not reach but you might have to teleport to?
Nowhere that I've seen. They've bricked up a lot of these places pretty well.
Oh, was there something underneath that bench, or was that just ghost energy?
It's just ghost energy.
That would really help.
Right? Like, give me a little check.
It's so weird for a game about exploration. It's just like, man, don't need one. Just figure it out. Just look with your eyes. I like how the train going through the walls and the walls are all ghostly.
Yeah.
If you want, I can look around too. Maybe I can approach it from a different angle.
Yeah, I guess so. There's not really all that many angles to approach from.
I just have to wonder, because the thing about this game is you can go through walls, so I always have to wonder, like, is there a wall that she just didn't go through? Because I could easily miss something just because
I mean,
it's so hard to keep track.
I feel like I've gone through a lot of walls. So there's nothing in here. There's no little clue signal at the bottom there.
Ah.
So
nice. Yeah, you leave the investigation area.
Yeah.
This place is still included. Maybe over to the left.
I couldn't get out. The fire was merciless.
Yeah, it's fire.
This is on the other side of the lobby.
I feel like this is prime clue. Nope, gone.
Oh, gone? Dang.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be here. I was just thinking though, that room you're in just looks like a clue room.
The one before this one?
Yeah. But
yeah.
I mean, you already you walk in a circle in a room like that, and that's pretty much it. The only issue is also because the prompts are based on the camera.
If I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, if the camera's not looking at it, and if Ronan's in between you and it, that will also mess it up. So
let's look at this guy again. Wonder if it's gonna be one of those pictures.
Could be.
I'm really hoping it's not a guest.
I mean, you may as well just possess him and see if there's anything you can do. I don't think you found any clues by mind reading yet, though. It's only been influencing, right?
So scared of drowning?
Yep.
I think I did by train. vessel would get preserved that long.
No.
There's no such thing as the good old days.
So cold.
Sure is cold out here. Yeah, it is.
This place is crawling with ghosts. Which just prevents me from moving forward. Oh, yeah, here you go.
I'll investigate. Think this does anything useful. L2 run. Interesting. This place looks so suspicious.
Yep.
Is it a person?
No, it's a picture.
Ah, picture. All right.
Yeah, head back to the pillory.
On my way. Hillary? This one. Yeah, it's big and
It's
noticeable.
on display. Yeah. Alright, there we go.
So the Bell Killer used torture devices like this to kill his victims.
Yes.
Why kill them like witches?
Why kill them like witches?
All these young girls.
The ones that do Ouija boards and
I'm surprised there's no exhibit for the
psychic
accusers.
tellings
It's such an
and
important
scream at
part
me
of
and my
Salem's
ears
history.
explode.
Actually, several artifacts aren't on display yet. We're currently preparing them upstairs
show
in
them
the
all
restoration room.
She's all over the place.
I better see what else is in here.
I think that's the same model.
Mm-hmm.
I bet they have reused models elsewhere.
Okay, they're running. I wonder.
Oh, you definitely would because they've framed this as a challenge. Should get run over by a train. I don't know if we're in progress though, but
Whoa, it took a second. Like, I think there's something in the train that hits me, but the front of the train didn't, technically.
I wonder if it's obviously not physics-based damage, so I wonder if it's like just a hurt box that slides towards you and hurts, and you kind of clip through it because it's just moving fast.
Shame, I think it has to, like, reload the entire level.
Yeah. Do some free for this train. Oh, it's great. I know they have to sort of ramp up the stuff as the game goes on, but I feel like we should have seen something like this before. No, it's interesting. It's interesting. Right on the
I was hoping the door would be walk-through, but I guess not.
Nah. So, do you think their reasoning would be they want to be the only one contracted with demons?
No, part of the contract with demons is killing witches.
Oh. Interesting. So not a personal vendetta, just business.
Business, yeah.
Huh.
Right. I'll get it this time. My finger on the dog.
Basically,
yeah.
It's like one of the few that I just
exhibit.
That man exists and just thinks 24/7. I always want to be a cop.
Disappointing for sure.
Until he just explodes.
Sounds ominous in here.
Hey, look, a rock.
There's so many of these I got.
Why would the rock be like you're upstairs, aren't you?
Yeah. Hoping there are several rocks. Yeah. Oh, and another, like, dang, right beside each
All over
other.
the place. It's like you're outside.
I'll take it. Picked up like 4 rocks in this one room. Technically one out here, but it's close enough. Alright.
Joy? I told you to look after Iris.
You're not the boss of me.
I found a bunch of stuff downstairs. The Bell Killer is offing his victims as if they're witches. I'm heading upstairs to see what else I can find.
I should have told you to follow me, then maybe you would have stayed at the church.
You know me so well.
Sick burn.
Just keep an eye out for security cameras and alarms.
Thanks for the tip, but this isn't even my first break-in today.
Yeah, this looks like the right place. Now let's see what these artifacts can tell me about the witch trials.
sure you found everything?
Look at this.
And then once you click at it, it slid you into place just so it could hide that text. 14 clues.
Dang.
This place, it puts me in touch with odd sensations centuries old. I'm trying to focus on this killer, but the echoes from these sensations keep interfering, like deaths from the past, pleading to be remembered.
Sorry it's taking me so long to solve this case. I'm getting interference from the ghosts of witches that were killed. I think we need to solve their deaths first.
One more, and I'll have Joy's mother's thing done.
Nice. Then you'll know who she truly is as a person.
Witch trial history. I'm getting really close on a lot of these.
We go for that platinum.
It makes me nervous. Not if we can't find that last gas can. You know what I'm saying?
We can't have an eternal flame without 14, or I think it's 16 total gas cans.
It is, yeah, 16 gas cans.
Nice. That's all gas cans.
Ship's binnacle.
Binnacle?
This is a binnacle.
Oh. I remember seeing one in 999.
Yeah.
Only there. That one is available on console. Right?
Correct.
Sweet.
Yep.
My apologies. It will always belong to you.
For shame, Bridget. This part of your conversations with the spirit world will surely condemn you as a witch.
Puritan mediums were witches. So, the plural for medium is normally media. Do you think that would be appropriate for that kind of medium, though? It sounds weird.
I don't think so.
Kind of like computer mouses.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it, like, sometimes I hear people talk about, like, multiple, like, entertainment mediums, and I'm like, ah, you fool, it's media. But then I see something like that, it's like, Puritan media? I don't like that. I wonder if they come from different languages or something. I'm always amazed. I wonder if there's some kind of conspiracy, because I look up some of these games, looking up some of these horror games to see if they're worth playing, and you see Slender the Arrival, 9 out of 10 on Steam. It's got like 4.5 stars, 9,000 reviews, 65% Metacritic.
Yeah.
On Switch, it's got like 45% Metacritic.
Yeah.
It's like that. There's no way that is a 9 out of 10 game according to like multiple thousands of people, and it's just not that good. Like, how does it happen? So I can't get it Metacritic. There we go. Yeah, Metascore and user score on PC, 65 and 6.2 respectively. So what is it about Steam? Is it just like a bunch of like
easier to spam reviews, I guess?
Yeah, I was about to say, is it just a bunch of like, this game says nothing bad about China or Xi Jinping, 5 stars.
Either that or for the memes. The lols.
The memes, Jack. I mean, The Escapist gave it 90%. CD Action gave it 25. Weird. Yeah, it just shows like The Escapist says a significant improvement over their original game, which was Slender the 8 Pages, featuring a more robust narrative, darker, more foreboding atmosphere. And then you have CD Action. The people who gave us the excellent Slender the 8 Pages suddenly cease to understand what makes a good horror. What is this, Zelda?
Looking around this area for clues, I wonder if Ronan is particularly interested in ships, because he keeps picking out ship stuff as a potential
Shrek.
Baxter. It's a good thing they label him. I would never have guessed that's Baxter. Shoot. I probably shouldn't have skipped that.
Oh well. Ghostly symbol.
Oops. Alright.
So many. Well, Puritan mediums for witches has gotta be.
Yeah.
And then
ship's wheel.
The one. It's gotta be the antique cannon.
The wine.
This explains everything. Alcohol.
So the bell killer is targeting mediums because he thinks they're witches? That's insane. Who do I know that's interested in mediums? Baxter.
He's working with one. Nice, crash the shop. He's a bowling champion, that's suspicious.
Must be it.
About hiding evidence.
And why the hell is Baxter involved in this? He dropped the case when he was demoted.
Did you skip that?
No.
All right, found
Here,
the killer's
you didn't finish
symbol.
the sentence.
We got a suspect to look into.
Huh.
We're almost there.
And not one step closer to finding my mom.
Like I said, the world doesn't need another whiner.
Screw you. You don't understand.
I'm
Don't
dead.
understand? My wife was murdered 3 years ago. She got to float up into the white light, and I got stuck here in this place with some bitchy teen.
Doesn't have a good comeback to that. Yeah,
All you've got is
Your mom's been missing what? 2, 3 days? Huh? And I guarantee you we'll find her. If I fail, if we fail, I'll never get to see Julia again. Ever.
That's fine. She's happy.
Plus, we're tracking
We
down
won't
a serial
fail.
killer.
I don't need a cheerleader.
Look,
Style
I'm
up all
sorry.
over the place.
Didn't know about your wife.
Yeah.
I just assumed you were gay.
We need to act on the information we found. You head off to the church.
The church? Where are you
What
going?
kind of straight man wears a nice
Baxter's our
vest
prime
and a look
suspect.
like that?
I need to get over to his apartment and see if I can dig up any
He looks
skeletons.
pretty dapper. Apart from the-
Exactly.
apart from
Probably
the
not a good
bullet
idea
holes.
for a fugitive
Exactly.
to visit a cop.
Fine, I'll meet you later.
I wonder if he still gets like nicotine withdrawal and he has to smoke his ghost cigarette.
I was actually reading an article today saying that some people who vaped felt the need to move over back to regular cigarettes because the nicotine was so high in the vaping.
I mean, I could see it. It's the kind of thing I would. So, is the train just no longer running?
It stopped when I got far enough away from it. So, alright.
I was just curious, like, is it no longer train running hours for that ghost train? Because this is where it was running through, right? I guess they just didn't want to run you over anymore.
No, this wasn't it. I don't think so.
This was it.
This wasn't it.
But yeah, with the vaping thing, I'm pretty sure you can choose that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the kind of logic I could definitely see somebody who got themselves into smoking going through. But at the same time, it's like you could probably just buy like that packs. I mean, even with the cigarettes, you can get like lights, whatever you want. Although I think they may also just listen to your
Oh wait, maybe they can like sense me
They can like
teleporting.
see you teleporting. Now he's just confused.
Good. Leave me alone.
I wonder if it's a tether point or what. Yeah, we talked about the vaping controversy over at my dad's place when I visited one of these past weekends. And I stand by the point, like, apparently some people have died from vaping, probably because they bought like marijuana and THC infused vapes from Wish and got them shipped over from China.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, if you're gonna buy like a GameCube controller, sure, buy it from Wish. It's probably not gonna work very well, but if you're willing to wait for it to ship and you don't care about the quality as much, which will save some money, go ahead. If you're going to be burning something and putting it into your body, maybe buy that from ripping stores. Spend a couple extra bucks on that. You probably will not. I was gonna say he was looking away at me.
There are no.
It's so hard to tell.
There are no hiding spots.
Yeah. I miss the solid time radar. We got like a solid 2 games that used it, and then it was so good. Yeah, I reckon you can teleport right up next to him, or as long as he's faced away, you like run up to him.
Yeah.
The problem is just making sure.
There's a crow over there.
So you can distract him, but you'd have to get all the way over to the crow.
Yeah.
I don't really see that being useful.
Crow.
Crow, distract him.
Dang it. There's nowhere to hide over here.
pretty weird that they have them all over the place everywhere else, and that guy's just on his own. There's just a crow that you have to get past him to get to. I like that they tell you there are enemies in the area, but I always feel like you didn't spot it when they started looking.
Yeah. It's kind of a pain to kill these guys. Maybe I need to be more aggressive, but I'm really sure my boundaries here, you know? This other guy, like, going, hey, he's dying.
Yeah, I feel like these guys also kind of fall short because they're not like peak spook design in the first place, and then on top of that, like they become so familiar by the end. They're the only real threat of the entire game, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Though to be fair, stop it. Didn't see me.
There's just nowhere to hide nearby, so I think his like mission code just is gonna kind of see you. Oh, that's tricky. I think it plays that way. You might be able to teleport up to him, but you have to get out of the hiding spot first, I think.
Yeah, and I can do that.
Die again, I can give it a shot. Or, I mean, you might even be able to just ignore him.
It's not that bad. Like, I want to kill him just so I can, like, have free reign to explore.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's the crow.
Shut up, crow! This is where the train
This is where the train was.
And it's also
excellent.
Hello, Ghost.
I just got a text. Did you hear something else happen just now? Something
Did you hear
bad.
something bad had just happened?
So it wasn't really a full month.
Right. Can you do me a favor?
Nope.
I need to check and see where the last rock or two is.
All right.
2 rocks.
Terror on the tracks.
13 and 14.
But the police are all freaking out.
What happened?
Google's gonna think I'm actually really interested in this game. Hey, what do you know? Top results are Game Pressure, IGN, and Games Radar.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. So, which ones?
13 and 14. I feel like it's always a 13 and 14. You know?
Mm-hmm. So here's my official complaint. The IGN page takes forever to load. Yeah, it's a big pain.
He staggers back in surprise
they
and then
didn't,
train shots.
They didn't bug check that one. And then, does this train hurt you when you touch it?
Nope.
Okay, good. That'd be a real shock.
You know, I think there are actually rocks. Like there, I think I picked up a rock behind where it's sitting. I wonder if they locked you out of that.
On the first floor in the east wing, walk through the center exhibits to reach a corner between two demon holes. Walk through closed, roped off double doors to reach a storage closet. Weird sentence.
I hate that they have real trouble describing any of this.
Yeah, so east wing for the center exhibits. So east, that doesn't tell us anything.
So it wasn't just witchcraft that would get
I think I remember where they're referring to. Go right. No.
That's harsh.
I wonder how long they left.
It's one of those areas that like you stepped outside of the investigation zone before.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's ever here. And then the other one's in the east wing on the first floor.
Wish they would label to West Wing.
There you go.
All right.
It's on the other side. Yeah, because those lists aren't like they don't help you know anything. They're just a list of areas.
Did you
This
see all those police?
and it's gonna be through the center to the right, I bet. Because I was thinking,
Yeah.
you can walk through there.
It's over there.
Yeah. Probably.
That's just
Nice.
rude. All right.
So there's one here and there's another one here. Somewhere.
Okay.
Maybe in the other corner. Let's see. Yeah, it's very disorienting. Walk through closed, roped off double doors to reach a storage closet. So I bet it's on the other side of one of these things. There's double doors.
I don't want to walk through that. I'm not sure what's behind it. It has to be safe. Okay.
Yeah. It's gotta be the other one. Yeah.
Ah, there we go. All right. There we go.
I like how you see a bunch of like ghost material on that door. They probably stepped right through the door and into the pit.
Yeah. Yeah, you're telling me. Success. Okie dokie. Can I have you check another thing for me? Just since I'm really close. I don't know. It's gonna be one of the witch trials histories.
My husband and I stepped off the platform and onto the giant hissing locomotive. I remember looking back at our small town and thinking of all the happy memories we made there. But I was excited to start our new life in Salem. I must have dozed off because I was startled awake by the sound of screeching metal. And as the train came to a halt, all I could hear was the torrential rain pelting against the roof. I looked out the window. There was only darkness, Then came the brightest flash of lightning I had ever seen. When my husband left to inquire about the delay, a woman in the back of the train started screaming.
Or neutrinos?
We rushed over to her and asked her what was wrong, but all she could manage to say through her sobs was something about seeing the spirits of the dead wandering in the rain.
They don't even have any umbrellas.
Stranger still were the passengers that were suddenly stricken with the painful memories of their past. It was at this point that I became truly terrified. So I set out to find Joe. When I reached the cab and still hadn't found him, I was worried. I looked out the front window and saw the train's conductor laboring to move a downed tree from the tracks. And there was Joe, walking up to help.
You'd think you wouldn't allow there to be any
However,
trees near train tracks at all.
Yeah.
Instead of grabbing hold of the tree,
Mm-hmm.
Joe bent down, picked up a rock, and crushed the conductor's skull with it. When I left the train and ran up
I just
to him,
imagine a machine like the ones that
I
had
could
in
see
the
that
Lorax
this
where it just
wasn't the
drives
Joe
through
I
and like
once
axe
knew.
chops through everything.
Something had taken hold of him. Something
I don't know.
angry. Then he saw something that terrified him. He dropped the rock and ran off into the
I've heard
woods.
good things about it.
However,
Woolly Park.
It says neo-noir mystery
before
set
he
in
disappeared
1987.
into the trees,
A joke every 2
during
minutes
a bright
guaranteed
flash
you'll
of
watch the rest.
lightning, I thought I saw something chasing him, hunting him. I can only describe it as a ghostly specter, cloaked in black. But more likely than not, it was just a shadow. The authorities spent days combing the woods for Joe, but he never turned up. I tried to go back home, but the memories were too painful. Some nights I lie in bed, tortured by the thoughts of what our life could have been if we had never stepped onto that train.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Alright. Yeah. Not the best.
He got ghosted and just murdered the conductor with a rock. That's a weak will if I've ever heard of one.
Alright, so I'm not sure.
So Book of Engravings, Prayer Book. We've got the Medieval Witch Book, Book of Engravings, Prayer Book, First Witch Execution Plaque, German Witch Trial, Witchcraft Superstition Plaque. You're saying in the Judgment House on the first floor in the trial room on a table.
Oh, okay. I think I know where that should be.
Word.
Yeah.
It makes me so nervous.
Don't think about it. Wait a minute. Sorry, read it to me again?
It says, in the Judgment House on the first floor in the trial room on a table. So it's a table that has books and a table sheet. Tablecloth.
Tablecloth.
I couldn't for the life of me remember what that was called. A tablecloth. So it's like a table.
I actually don't see anything in here.
Is this Judgment House or is this?
I don't know what the Judgment House is.
Yeah, I don't think that's what this is. It might be later on.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, you're probably right then. Alright, excellent. I'll just leave.
Thanks.
Did you hear what that
Time
hatchet
to
said?
skedaddle.
Something horrible just happened at St. Benjamin's.
Yeah, why would you have all
Where
this
you
like
headed?
grand opening gala? And it's like, oh, sorry, this is a special event. You're not invited. You can't be here. Don't advertise it to me then. I mean, obviously, still don't bother the person manning the table, but. There's a game on Switch called Just Blackjack. For a second, I thought it said Just Jack Black.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. Did I miss anything?
No. Well, there were police sirens.
Yeah. All right.
This reminds me of Ratatouille's place in
Heading to the church.
Kingdoms
So,
3.
who died? The girl or the priest?
Was the priest important?
Or no? Or did the mom show up finally, dead? All right.
Oh, they've got multiple waypoints. That was really weird. I was like, that's not a church.
Yeah.
Ugh. This area just kills the frame rate, and I don't know why.
Wonder if I'll ever find that that last gas can.
I wonder. We've looked everywhere the guides mention looking, so.
I'm gonna have to pull up like a video guide or something later, see if they actually show what.
The only video guide I saw was one that tells you where every single collectible in the area is, and it didn't label or list them anywhere, so you just have to watch the entire 20-minute video to find when they pick up that particular item. I bet this is the dumpster in the planks. This looks really suspicious.
Yeah. I heard a cat in the area though. Oh.
Cat. So maybe this is the one.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Investigate. If you haven't gone up here, it's gotta be this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that balcony there. I can feel it. Yep.
Nice.
Mission accomplished. He is very confused about this auto jump.
There we go. Oh,
Ah!
Excellent. Woohoo!
I've seen them by the side of the road.
Ooh.
These unkept.
Okay, hold on.
smudged,
That person.
That's not a
hopeless
homeless
people
person.
That is not a
holding
hobo.
signs.
Maybe,
That
maybe
appears
they all
to be-
are, but
Cops,
That appears to be Freddy
stroller,
Krueger.
Pet, gasoline can. Something to lend credence to the thin fiction that they need money for something other than booze. It was a man with a need gas sign with the red gas can on the ground that I
He's gonna
saw
fill
when
up
I
that
drove
red
to
gas
Salem
can
6
with
some odd years ago
booze.
today. Tried to
Chug
ignore
it.
him, not making eye contact, but I was stuck at a
It's
red
the
light,
worst.
and pretending he wasn't there was getting really awkward. So I reached into my pocket and pulled out $2.
I hope it
rolling
was
down my
one
window
$2
just
bill.
a crack. Here you go, buddy.
2 $1 coins.
I pushed the money through the opening of the window. That was when, for the first time, I really looked at his face.
Probably should
And
call
what
an
was left of his
ambulance.
face.
Yeah.
It was a single eyeball just looking back at me,
That eyeball's not looking at her. It's
bulging
looking
out
at
of
the
a
money.
charred
It's fixated.
skull.
He just wants to buy booze.
I was absolutely frozen in terror until the blackened shape of uncovered finger bones reached out to take the money.
Uncovered
And
finger
that's when I let it fall
bones.
to the ground and slammed on the accelerator. I didn't even care that the light was red. In the time since then, I've picked up pieces of the legend. A shell-shocked war veteran, unemployable and alcoholic, became a familiar sight in Salem, begging by the roadside. Citizens stopped giving him money, thinking he would just move on to a bigger city. He responded by
Find a
creating one of
bigger
the most
city.
dramatic spectacles in town history, setting himself alight in the middle of town during evening rush
Nice.
hour.
I'll show them.
Ever since that roadside encounter, I've been seeing little wisps of flame out of the
Dang.
corner of my eye.
Get haunted by that?
Like
Man.
brief
She didn't do anything
flashes that are
wrong.
This is a
gone
low
as soon as
bar
I turn my
here.
head.
She gave him $2.
sending nauseating
That was a
chills
lot
through
She
my
probably
body.
ran over his
the
foot in a
Vietnam
hurry to get away.
Is this tormented spirit
I
following
mean, his
me
face
now?
is melted. He's got exposed finger bones. I
Whether
think
he
he's
intends it
gonna
as a
be
blessing or a
fine.
curse, I just want to be as far as possible from this horrifying specter.
I don't think he meant that as a blessing. Sweet. Thank you, kitty. Nice.
Exposed finger bones sounds like a good band name.
Curious where we are in context of the city. Do we have a bluish house here? It's down that alleyway there.
I haven't seen a map, so I can't put these places together.
Yeah.
This is not Dark Souls. I can't do it.
I think this is the cannon park, but
Park with all the cannons. in it.
yeah, moving from here to this diagonal over here. Nah. All right.
If everything wasn't covered in fart gas.
All right. I'm gonna put it up for the night.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Good playthrough. We're getting there.
You're almost there. You're right at the end.
Can finish this up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get a good start to the weekend.
Yeah, that'll be great.